Roland introduced two amazing new products. We're going to cover them both. The first one we're going to look at is the V-8HD, and the other one is the Go Live Cast. Two very different products aimed at two very different audiences, but products that I think our dealers are going to be tremendously successful with. So I'm going to go to the next slide, and we're going to jump right in. The V1HD switcher. As you can see, beautiful lights, screen. It's an 8 HDMI input device.
The V1HD has been a standard in the industry for many entry-level customers, house of worship, education. It's just an incredible device, but there are times where somebody needs more than 4 inputs, and so we encourage the factory to design something with 8 inputs, and that's what this is, and it's under $2,000, so just
that
incredible.
To me is the magic word.
Yep.
It's under $2,000. You know, we find that you're going to have a lot of customers who say, you know, 4 seems to be enough. And when we first had the V1HD, I said 4 does seem like enough.
It is, yep.
Till you start talking to someone in like in a worship situation who's saying, well, I also want to bring on the camera that is I want to bring in on a laptop via HDMI the words. There's so many places you can put HDMI cameras now, like GoPros, or little lipstick cameras. That's what I love about this. And for sports, let's face it, if you're doing a sports show, the more cameras, the better. No one ever complained that this sporting event had too many angles or too many cameras.
Lots of coverage.
So we love it for, you know, high school, junior high school sports. Think it's for worship. It's a solid home run. And then we also think it's good for that corporate people you can sell to if you got people doing corporate video. Why? Because we talk about this a lot with you as the dealers. It's really important. Is the expense of these products isn't the product itself. The expense is getting someone trained and taught who's going to run and operate it. And there's a lot of products out there that are $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 that are far more powerful than we're talking about. But they have a level of complexity that requires training to use.
The other thing you discussed was there are 3 scalable inputs for computers. So we didn't offer 1, we didn't offer 2, we have 3. You can bring 3 computers in, and Roland is known for its scalars.
We all want to bring PowerPoints or Excel or stuff off the computer into the production. And what happens with every other switcher out there, and even ones that are more expensive, is it gets blurry, it gets squashed, it gets blurred. The Roland Scalars are second to none. These scalars are good enough to do broadcast arenas and that level of accurate scaling and things like that. And the 3 scaling inputs is really good because, like I said, you might have a laptop, you might have something else bring in your 3D graphics or other graphics or stuff. So just phenomenal that they're offering that in this product. You got a ton of effects in this. We've got picture-in-picture. We've got side-by-side. We've got wipes. You know, this thing is fully loaded. This is not by any means a simple or oversimplified switcher. And the feature I want to talk about that I love that's been available in several of your products now that I think is another one that's great is the automated video switching. You can set this up where the video follows the mics.
If we had the automated setup today with some PTZ cameras, we would wait it to you, and it would be switching every time you talk and switching back to me automatically, quickly, every time I talk. And it could be weighted so that if you want to interrupt what I'm saying, it can go back to you as the override. One of those computer inputs is going to be for your software to control other devices as we go out in time. So the software is not here yet, but it will be probably in the next 45 to 60 days.
Well, that's the PTZ software, but all the Roland switchers now have a software interface that really lets you get to a whole level of features. So we see this as simple, easy to use. It is, believe it or not. If I had a tablet running Chrome, I could run that app, and I could be controlling this device and all the other Roland mixers as well. The audio mixer is going to follow the HDMI. So you're going to want, for best results, to have, like I would be wired with a mic to my camera.
Correct.
You'd be wired with a mic to your camera because you don't want the crosstalk noise. It'll still work, but for the cleanest effect, you would like some kind of wire into the camera because we're following the camera.
Right.
We're going to get units in, what, in about a week? We think we're going to get our first
next week, you will have your first units in.
Get your orders in, guys. This is going to be hot. The folks at Roland are working with a lot of third-party vendors. This is the brand new Atomos 7-inch monitor. It's a monitor field recorder. What's so cool about it with the announcement from Roland? Tell us.
Basically, you can trigger from the Roland switcher the record capability of the Atomos. So it talks to the Atomos product.
So you'll record only what you want to record. When the
Right.
show starts, when the show stops, you'll automatically start and stop recording. So you can use this Atomos as your monitor for the show and record your show at the same time. How about put it together with a Live View Solo with a Solo Connect bundle? The Live View Solo, as you know, uses cellular bonded technology. What you need to think of about the Live View Solo is it lets you bring high bandwidth with you anywhere you go. If you put together the HD, the 8HD, the Shogun 7, and the Live View with the modems and the data plan, for under $5,000, you have a complete run-and-gun mobile production system where all you need is power. You can use batteries, and even they can get a battery pack to run into this.
You can get a battery pack for that.
The portability and ability to take a fully comped out, mix it, stream it, record it, watch it, all will fit in a small Pelican case or a backpack, plus your cameras. This is where the industry's going, folks. This is where your customers want to be. Let's review the verticals again when we see this V-8HD really hitting home.
House of worship, education, absolutely sports. And remember, if we want to do sports, it should be with a brick battery because it lasts longer. You'll probably get 3 to 4 hours out of it. And corporate use and general production use as well for a small production company just starting out.
Roland V-8HD, first shipments are coming in a week or two for us. They're going to be tight. We already doubled our initial order. We think it's going to be a great product. Guys, if you're in the business of selling mixers, streaming, you need to look at this product and get it into your product mix.